welcome. We are going to present the project that we developed during the Open Data Hub bootcamp and the feature that we implemented afterwards. So, for example, we can present the first thing. We are using the Open Data Hub API to fetch all parking slots. And, for example, we can select someone and the date we want, for example. And this starts the request. And we can use this data to show plots of the data, for example, and train afterwards a model that do an estimation of the free parking that we select during an hour or a day. For example, here we can see plots of the data that we get. These data are saved on a CSV, and afterwards we can do the model training or the prediction, but it takes a lot of time. So we do a simple one with the easiest version. This is user-friendly. For example, we go to the same parking spot, and we do predict that automatically fetch the data. We already had the data before, so it keeps the fetch and trains the model and do the prediction. So for this time, we should have 300 circa free spots. The complicated part was to develop the architecture, because we migrated the simplified version to a layered architecture. So we have done some interfaces, injection. For example, I can show the code. We divided the code in 4 layers: the application, domain, infrastructure, and presentation. So we can easily change something without changing some business rule. And for example, here we saved the parking data to for the parking spots, and there are the models that we trained. We used a forest regression model that we import from random forest regressor that we import. And yeah, for the UI we used Streamlit. And yeah, I don't know, something to add. And yeah, it's 8-7. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions from the audience? At least 2. If we may make, yes. So very quick answers.
Yes. So I have a question about how big is the data set for each parking lot, for example?
For the first, the normal version, we can choose how much it should be. For example, here we can change date, so we can expand it. In the simplified, for simplification for the user, we took 6 months.
Okay.
So it's a default one.
I think there is another question.
Actually, 2 quick questions. Where did you train the data? So locally you use some cloud services. And another question, how was your experience with Streamlit? Thanks.
1 minute.
We trained the data locally on the machine, which is also running the front end. And the experience with Streamlit was, I would say, amazing, really simple to use for such a use case. We didn't have to care about styling, and you already have a product that looks good. So we really set up the UI as the last thing in, I don't know, 20 minutes. So it was amazing. The first version that we did for the other presentation. This one, it took more time, but I think...
Good. Maybe it's worth to mention the parking data sets, in particular some parking stations, in particular in the city of Bolzano, is the oldest data set that we ever had. It's in the 2010, so it's among 15 years of real-time data that we have. So if you want to make predictions, it's pretty good. Okay, so thanks a lot. And the next theme, JUES, parking body. I think another project about parking data.